Hey there again. We're back for another Simply Tuning In summary of the week. On Tuesday, we talked all about how to use your vocal technique to improve your performance. Sounds kind of intimidating and complicated, and it definitely is a little bit. But we do it all the time. The way that when we tell stories, for example, how we use our voice and we change our voice, that's a big thing that we're already doing. And all we're doing when we think about this, when we're singing, is what do I want to do on purpose, right? What sounds can I make, and how do they convey certain feelings, right? So if I'm singing something that's very soft, maybe because I feel sad, right? You'd use more head voice. And you really lean into the head voice so you can feel delicate and vulnerable. Same thing if you want to sound powerful. I'm just thinking on when we did this girl is on fire. We did that, and that song's so much full of strength that you need more chest voice sound, right? And you're really leaning into that chest voice sound to communicate that feeling of strength that you feel in that song. So what I recommend that you do, what we talked about on Tuesday, is go through your song and sort of map out what feelings you have, right? So we went over Creep, right? We have when you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. And as we went through that song, we took every single sort of stanza. What are the feelings that we're feeling here? What are we trying to communicate? What's our inspiration? Then, what are different sounds we can make to convey that feeling? Some sounds are only available after you sort of unlock your vocal technique. Right? Using full open chest voice takes just a lot of practice. It is a color you can use, but there are other ones you can choose as well. We went through and we mapped out Creep. Here we feel hurt. Here we feel dejected. Here we feel jealous. Here we feel resentful, right? And we really mapped it out. And then we take each individual emotion. So hurt, for example, for Creep. For me, that is more of a head voice sound. Yeah, so we'll just pretend that hurt is what we're doing here. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. It feels sort of head voicey, but maybe trembling a little bit. That'd probably be, if I were to break it down, that's what I would think about. And then we get all the way to anger, right? And there are different kinds of anger you can feel. You have to decide what you want. Do you want that pure chest voice anger that, I don't want to do it because it'll max out the microphone. Really opening up your chest voice, letting it out. For me, that's a healthy release of anger. An unhealthy release of anger would be actually coming from the throat, and you're physically hurting your voice to make the sound, right? When you go, ah, and you have to decide. I generally, as a voice teacher, don't recommend you make unhealthy sounds. That's just not a good thing. It's not very sustainable. You can only sing for a few minutes a day before you get tired. But in some cases, for a performance, you might want to tap into that resource, especially for a song like Creep, where it can be really effective, give you chills, when you tap into that unhealthy voice technique in your throat. Just know you only have a certain amount of time before your voice gets tired, and don't push further than your voice can handle. So anyways, that's what we talked about, and we really put it into practice. So we went through, and sometimes you have to sing through the song to figure out what emotion you want to convey. Then you take it back, and then you think about, okay, if that emotion, what sound do I want to make? Do I want head voice? Do I want chest voice? You can speak, you can whisper, you can make all sorts of sounds. You can make nasal sounds, right? For me, that's more if you want to sound annoying or something. That would be a good one. All sorts of different options for the sounds your voice can make, and most of them should be healthy ones, because I think in general the majority of emotions that we feel are healthy emotions, right? Feeling anger or sad or happy, these are all normal, healthy emotions. And then some of the more twisted ones, like you find in Creep, tend to be unhealthy. And that's when you can tap into some of the sounds that might maybe hurt a little bit to sing. Okay, intense topic, kind of complicated, but that's the best I could do in the 3 or 4 minutes for this video. All right, see you for next week.